Hey guys, we are back with another take and make this week. This week it is a sweet treat. It is not healthy, but it is delicious. We are making our own rock candy suckers. How sweet is this? Let's get making. Okay guys, so you've picked up your kit from the library, and what did you get in it? Well, you would have got a bag full of sugar. We all love sugar, so sweet, hey? And then you'll get, I'll provide you with a jar. You'll get a laundry pin, clothespin. There we go, clothespin, that's the word. And then you'll get a wood skewer. So the first thing we've got to do is we have got to figure out how long our skewer is going to be in our jar. Because when you put this in your sugar mixture, you are not going to want the bottom of your skewer to touch the bottom of your jar. So what I'm suggesting is that we're going to take our jar, you're going to set your clothespin on top. See if I can do this with one hand. And then we're just going to put our clothespin in our jar so we can see that it's not touching the bottom. I think I need to pull mine up just a touch. All right, so as you can see, there is some space between the bottom of the skewer and my jar. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a pen or a marker and I'm going to mark my skewer so that when I put it in, after you've poured the liquid in, you already know exactly where you want your skewer. And I'm making a point to make a note to say I am marking the top, right? So when I put this down in, you can see there's just that little pen mark there. So I know I can't go any farther than that. Okay, so next step is you're going to take a glass of water and you are going to dip your stick in your water. My glass is a little small, but you're only going to dip it in as far as your little line that you've made. And then you're going to take some of that sugar that's in that bag, you're going to pour it on a plate, and you're going to roll your skewer in your sugar. You want it good and coated. You see that? You got lots of sugar on there? Okay, now what do? We're gonna put this down and we're gonna let this set. We're gonna let this dry. So before we even start making our mixture, this has to be set and dry, because if it doesn't set, when you put it into that mixture of your sugar solution, it's all gonna melt and you're not gonna get the rocks for your rock candy. So there is our step one. We're gonna take this, we're gonna lay it down somewhere, and we're just going to let it dry. You can even lay it on the top of your jar and just let it sit there, okay? And then we will come back and we will be in the kitchen and I will show you how we are going to make our sugar mixture, okay? Okay guys, so we are in the kitchen. We have let our sticks develop. So as you can see, there's sugar all crystallized on there. So now we're gonna get to the part with the stovetop. So you might want an older sibling, a grandparent, a parent, somebody who's a little bigger to help you if you are not used to using the stove. So I've got a saucepan, I've got a whisk, I've got my 1 cup measure, I've got my bag of sugar, and I've got my water. So to get started, we are going to measure out 1 cup of water. Here's my 1 cup. And then 1 cup of sugar. We need equal parts water and equal parts sugar. Okay. So I'm gonna dump that all in. I said this was gonna be fun. I said it was gonna be delicious. I did not say this was gonna be healthy. So we've got that done, and now we are going to turn our burner on to medium. And we're going to let this heat up. So yeah, you're gonna want your burner on medium. You don't wanna go too high, you don't wanna go too low, because you want, just that nice even heat. So I'm gonna get going on that, and then I will come back for the next step, okay? Okay guys, so this has been on the heat for a few minutes, and as you can kind of see, you can't really see the sugar in there anymore. It is dissolving. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add more sugar. We're gonna add part of your bag at a time. We're gonna keep stirring, mixing it in. I'm gonna let it dissolve some. And then what do? We do it again. We take our bag of sugar and we add more in. So what you're gonna do with your bag of sugar is you're gonna slowly add a little bit and a little bit until it won't dissolve. So your water is gonna look cloudy. So when you first dump your sugar in, your water does look a little bit cloudy. And then as you kind of stir and it starts dissolving, it kind of gets that clear look to it again. And that's when you know it's time to add more sugar. Can you see it's starting to clear up a little bit again? So you know what that means? It's time to add more sugar. Essentially, you're making a saturated sugar solution. And so that means that, you know, no more sugar can dissolve in this water, right? We've got it thick enough that is as thick as it's gonna get. Now, if you have candy flavoring at home, you can add it once you're at this point where you can't add any more sugar in, or you can add food coloring. I don't have candy flavoring, so mine is just gonna taste just like sugar. So I'm gonna try and add this last bit of sugar in here. That's it, that's all. We're gonna stir it up. Look at how cloudy that is, hey? That looks pretty thick. Can you see? Yes. Yes, so see, as I keep stirring and stirring and stirring, it won't go clear on this. It is cloudy as can be. Right. You feel the heat coming off of there. We're not bringing this to a boil. All we're doing is just making sure that all of your sugar kind of gets blended in and dissolved as much as possible. So now I'm gonna add some food coloring in. I've got this pink red color just because I like pretty things. We're gonna add our food coloring in, stir it in. Isn't that gorgeous? What a pretty color. All right, so we've got to the stage. Now we're gonna make sure our heat is turned off, and we are going to carefully take our burner off of the heat, and we're gonna let this cool for about 5 minutes. And then after about 5-10 minutes, we are going to carefully pour it into your jar. So I will meet you back in a few minutes when we're ready to put this stuff into our jars. All right, our sugar solution, there we go, you can see it has cooled down a bit. So I'm going to very carefully pour it into my little jar. Such a pretty pink color. Okay, we've got it in our jar. Now, do you remember our stick and our line? You're going to get your stick and you are going to make sure that you have your little tiny line, I don't know if you can see that, marked with your clothespin, and you are going to very carefully set it into your sugar mixture. That doesn't look that exciting, does it? I'll bring you up so I can see you. Anyways, so now what you got to do is the hardest part of this activity. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. So we're gonna take our sugar mixture and we're going to set it somewhere safe. I'm just gonna throw mine over here, show you on top of my fridge, and it's gonna stay there, and you can come in and check on it every day. You can peek at it and see how it's doing. The recipe that I'm giving you, the amount of supplies I'm giving you, you probably have enough to make 2 of these if you have a spare jar and a few extra supplies at home, like a popsicle stick would work. You've got some extra sugar at home and an extra clothespin or something you can use to sit up, so you can actually make a treat for you and for a friend. So yeah, I will keep checking back in on this. I will send you pictures as we go along, and then you can finally see how cool our treat's gonna be when we get to eat it. All right? Okay guys, it's Friday, another check-in on how our rock candy is coming. Here is our pink one. Look at it, look at it. Looks good. And let's check out our purple one. Oh, our purple one is like real fat and juicy today. Alrighty, this is pretty awesome. Okay guys, it is Monday, so it's been almost a week since we have done our rock candy. So let's take a look. This is the final thing. I'm pulling it out and I'm gonna snack on it later. So here we go. All right, here's our pink one. Oh, look at it. We have some legit rock candy. Now let's check out the purple one. Ooh, the purple one is nice and big. All right, you can rinse that off if you want to, and then you can start munching. Rinse it off and check these bad boys out. Now you can leave them longer if you want. If you want a bigger one, leave it longer. If you just gotta get eating it, pull it out after the end of the week. It's sweet. So there you go. Now you know how to make your own candy at home. You just need a little patience, and that's the toughest thing, because like when it comes to candies and treats, of course we want to gobble them right away. I hope you like this craft, and we will see you next week for another take and make. Bye.